Count Scotchula here, and currently I'm riding the back of a truck with legendary burlesque legend Satan's Angel, going to the Burlesque Hall of Fame on Fremont Street, in the back of a truck in Las Vegas, winning. Satan's Angel, Angel Walker?
Yes.
Satan's Angel.
Yeah.
So many burlesquers who I'm here with talk about their friendship with you. Everybody wants to say they're friends with you.
That was the number one reason why I came, was because of all the new girls.
How did such a good, churchy girl become Satan's Angel?
My upbringing was so Catholic. All my brothers, you know, they were altar boys. We went every Sunday. I, baptized, communion, confirmation, retreats, Catholic schools. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I think that actually had something to do with the reason why when I became a burlesque entertainer, stripper, etc., I think that was one of the reasons why I had probably more class on stage than I had off. Even when I was bumping and grinding and working the props, it was always very elegant, and I wasn't like shit like that. Once I walk off the stage, I'm like a truck driver, a biker, a sailor, some old big, swearing dyke.
A wounded pirate.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? My mother's like, I never taught you to talk like that. I'm like, well, I worked around men all my life. And a lot of them were servicemen, and I'm telling you, they ain't shy. My mother almost had a heart attack when she found out that I was a stripper. I started out as a professional performance artist. I was not going to be anybody's go-go dancer. And I loved doing that, but it didn't pay as much. And I was trying to figure out how to make more money when somebody said to me, be an exotic dancer, be a stripper. We've got 3 strip joints up right here in North Beach in San Francisco. We were actually still working like the girls did from the 40s and 50s. We had to have full netted bottoms. You could wear 2 or 3 pair of underwear, but you couldn't show your cheeks. So we couldn't take off our bras, so we had little slits in them, and that's where our pasties would poke out. While the East Coast was already topless, and the theaters were already showing their hoo-hoo and amongst other lovely things. And, you're going to cut that?
I'm going to cut that out. We can't say hoo-hoo on this. It's the web.
Oh, what should I say, pussy or something?
Well.
All right, let me rephrase that. The East Coast was they were farther advanced as exotics than we were. We were just fighting, in California to just get the pasties off, just to go topless. And so that's basically how I actually got into being a stripper. I think one of the things I did to help the exotic dancer and burlesque was they were very prejudiced. We had no African Americans or Latins, Asians, and definitely no lesbian or homosexuals, no men on stage. The lesbians and the African Americans, we all had to go through the back door. And if they found out that I was a lesbian, they either immediately threw me out, or beat me up first and then threw me out, or dragged all my wardrobe and threw it in the street and then beat me up and then canceled my contract. And I fought from the 60s into the 70s. I am your feature. I am the one that is making everybody happy. So what? I'm a lesbian. So what? I have a wife at home. Who cares? As long as I'm doing up here what I'm supposed to be doing, and when I'm off stage, I'm mingling with the customers. There's no lesbians running around, or if they did, we didn't know about it. It was all heterosexual men, heterosexual couples. I didn't go over and talk to a guy and say, oh, I can't talk to you because I'm a lesbian. I did my part. And I fought all my life until it was okay to be gay on stage. And that's one of the big things I love about this new era, this new wave of burlesque. There is no boundaries. You can be gay, you can be purple, pink, you can be anything you want.
No Irish.
No Irish.
No Irish. It's an unspoken thing, but apparently no Irish.
I don't know why. They make a good beer.
Okay. We'll let the Irish in. But no libertarians.
And I'm still that way now. And then I'm here for Beehoff.
You are here for Beehoff.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm doing all the outside things.
what is the draw? Why are people continually pulled into it? Why?
Well, I'm a really truthful person, but I'm not going to tell you why. I will tell you.
That's not very truthful then, is it?
No, because you don't want to hear it and you're just going to cut it anyway. Why the new come now? To compete. And I don't know who made the Burlesque Hall of Fame the #1 burlesque extravaganza on this whole planet Earth, because I thought Teaser Ramon was much better, but then that's my own personal opinion. Yes. You were going to cut that. See?
No, we're not going to cut it.
See what I told you? That's why you don't want to hear it.
We're not going to cut it.
We have so many festivals, so many shows. Everybody is a star, teaches classes, has a studio. In our day, we didn't have anybody burlesque in the audience. You have 75% of burlesque people in the audience. Yeah, you know what? Take your act in front of a whole crowd of people from Missouri or from, Idaho or something like that, and put 1,000 couples, men and women out there, and you tell me how your act's going to do. I'm not putting down the new people. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could do my hair purple or pink, and I wish we could have had tattoos. If you'd had a tattoo in my day, you didn't have a job. I love piercings. You know, I've got tattoos. I got some you can't even see. But, I like the new acts that they're doing. It's just some of the weird crap. I mean, to me, when the curtain opens up, there's a girl standing naked, that's all misty and dark, and the smoke machine's going, and she takes a butcher knife, slices open her heart, her chest, pulls out her heart, slams it in her hoo-hoo, and starts, is not burlesque. When you hear the word burlesque, people revert back to, if they're old enough, to the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's what they're looking at. When it hit into the 80s, 90s, and the starting of the 2000s, it went all real heavy gentleman's club. I mean, the closest thing to a pole for me is when the fireman went down and jumped on their truck because your house was on fire. I can't see myself with a pole between my legs. What are you, nuts? We worked 6-7 days a week. We worked 20 to 40-minute shows. We worked from 12 noon until 12 midnight. What do you do? What would you do, honey, in 40-something minutes and not put your audience to sleep? What would you do in 20? They're having a heart attack if they have to do anything over 4. No, I am an old-time classic burlesque dancer. I want to see a woman draped in jewels and furs and beautiful and sensual and sexy. I want to feel like I want to jump on that stage and just devour her. Here's what I did when I did my show when I produced. Here's what I did. So when you went to see it, I had a belly dancer, I had a singer, I had a comedian, I had a juggler, I had a fire performer, and I had 5 strippers, and then I brought in a legend like Marinka. That's what I did, and my place was packed, and they had nothing but high-top tables. So I used to, every time I'd do something different, I would sneak under the, the tables, walking real crouched down so I could hear what they were saying, and they loved it. I would have one girl who represented the new era of burlesque. But I'm not going to do a whole show of that and then have one classic performer. I can't do that. And I don't mean to offend the burlesque world. I am grateful and happy that it's where it's at, because I love burlesque. I gave my life to it. My family, I sacrificed my family. I have no children. My life has been burlesque.
What do you want to see the future be?
I like it where it's at right now. I don't think it needs to be freakier, and I don't think it needs to be in the 30s and 40s. I think the legends should be acknowledged more.
Would you have a message for the young lady now coming into her womanhood who feels there's no place for her? Could burlesque be a salvation?
For the new ones coming out, if you feel that burlesque could do something for you, absolutely. And if you don't know what it is, take a burlesque class. It is finding your inner goddess, your empowerment of womanhood, because everybody has it. We just need to go in there and yank it out of you. You have to keep your day job. You have to go to school. And you're young and it's going to be hard on you time-wise. But if you feel that burlesque would do that for you, oh, absolutely, come out.
Satan's Angel, people can see more about you on your documentary.
It's called Satan's Angel, the movie. You can get it on Amazon. You can go to my website, satansangel.com. I have a little 5 and dime store that I sell a lot of odds and ends, pictures, etc. But it's called Satan's Angel, the movie. And I'm working on right now Satan's Angel, the book.
Satan's Angel, I cannot tell you how much it means to me that you're willing to talk to people and continue to spread your gospel to the next generation of burlesquers, frozen at 40. Satan's Angel, the devil's own mistress.